Hello, it's Molly Reamer with 30 Days of Goddess and Bridget's Grove, and I wanted to make a quick little video explaining some additions and changes to our new fall edition of our logbook for daily practice. This is meant to accompany 30 Days of Goddess, though it can also be folded into your existing practices and used kind of as you see fit or as you wish to use it. But it was developed in response to people, some people feeling like the regular format monthly daily practice prayer books had a little too much blank space for them. So they were kind of intimidated by too much blank space, and they just wanted a really quick way to stay connected, a really quick way to still participate in 30 Days of Goddess without feeling like they had to create a big art page every day or do an awful lot of writing. And so, of course, obviously the regular monthly prayer books are also in the shop. That's bridgetsgrove.etsy.com. But this one is the 3-month prayer book logbook for the fall. And so it has an art page for every 3 days. And then it just has short little sections for each day for you to enter your little magic moment, paste in a little prayer card, and do a little bit of daily practice check-in. People find that this, relieves some of the pressure of having to create, and it also means that participating in 30 Days of Goddess and keeping up a daily practice, can take as little as, 10 minutes of time each day and still be really fulfilling. So something that I changed for fall is that I actually added an 11th page. In the past, the summer and winter editions of this book only had 10 pages with 3 days each for a total of 30 days. And then the next month had another 30 days. And obviously some months have 31 days, etc., but there's not really a nice way to break down like 31 into 3 pages, 3 entries per day, etc. So this fall book, I decided to just go ahead and do 11 pages for each month. So technically you will have 33 days of possible little boxes per month. I know no months have 33 days, but it's okay to have extra space instead of not enough space. And so my thought with that, there's multiple ways to handle it. On months that only have 30 days, then you can either glue something over this, like you can literally put a postcard there or glue a picture over it or put stickers, etc. You could do a little additional writing if you wanted to. If you don't want it at all, literally rip it out. That's why these are spiral bound. You can literally tear it out. Or you could completely do art all over the page, or this is a homeschool hack too that works with homeschooling. You can also glue 2 pages that you're not using together so they become 1 page. I'm kind of kidding about that homeschool hack, but at the end of last year's 36 weeks of literature, we couldn't get the last audiobook we needed from the library in time to finish the curriculum, and I literally did glue together the questions, the pages that were about it. I glued it together in the workbook so we didn't have to look at them and feel like they weren't done, and we just moved on. That's part of the freedom and flexibility of homeschooling, is you literally don't have to do every single thing, and you're fine. So we can apply the same thing to daily practice, and keeping up a prayer book or a logbook is you literally don't have to do every single thing and you're still fine. There's no failing, there's no right way, and there's no behind. This practice is about making a space for the sacred and for yourself in your very own life, and creating daily practices that fit you and what you need. I just wanted to explain that I am aware there's 33 days, and those are some ways to handle it. You could also cut this part out if you didn't want those extra days. You could cut them off. So several ways to handle it. I just decided it made more sense to have a couple extra days than not have enough days. And so that's one of the changes to the fall book. And then the other thing is, just like in the monthly prayer books, I went ahead and added the cut your own runes to the back. So these kind of form a set of little rune stickers for you to use. They'll be a little big for the circles, but it doesn't, to my eyes, it doesn't matter if you cover up the whole thing. Or you could also draw it in here, and then you could glue the rune image underneath, or you could even use it on this page, or you could glue it here, or you could put it here. They don't have to necessarily be used in these circles. So the rune images are a little big for the actual circles, but I was really excited. Whoops, I knocked down my little friend. I was really excited to add those cut your own runes into the book to kind of enhance and add another level to your daily practice, and to add to the grab and go nature of these books, with the idea that even if you have nothing else but a pair of scissors and colored pencils, you can still create a fulfilling on the go sacred space daily practice. And The other thing I wanted to note is when I added these to the September book, I did get a comment from someone who pointed out that it would be really nice if they had the names of the runes underneath in case you don't have the names memorized. And that is a really good idea. These books were already at the printer when I got that suggestion, and so these are the way they are. And the October books are also going to be this way because they were already at the printer too. So I respect that suggestion and will take that to heart for the future. But one of the things I also wanted to note is that this rune image file is actually directly excerpted from another publication. Like, so I sucked it out of another file, and it exists as a single entity. So that I did not enter these images individually into the book. This file exists as it is, like this. And so in order to add the names, I'll have to do like quite a bit of extra work to put them in here, or maybe make a little small list or something. But these, from the grab and go perspective, were able to be sucked right in and used in this book. And if I'm adding labels and descriptions to them, it's going to require restructuring on my part to get that in, because this file exists as a single file. They're all in there together already. So there's 3 sets of those. There's cut out your own quote unquote goddess stickers, and then the tiny little prayer cards / affirmation cards that you can glue into your little boxes as you wish. Some of these directly align to the words for each month on the prompt sheets that I make for each month, which are always available free for you on 30daysofgoddess.com. At the beginning, or at the very end of one month, there'll be the kit for the next month, and the prompt words are always there, and they're always publicly available. And so some of these directly align to the prompt words, so as you'll look through, you'll be like, oh, this totally matches up with September, or this totally matches up with October. Some of them don't. That's okay. I know that might be puzzling to people sometimes, but the way I do these books is so far in advance of the actual date in which I'm using them that sometimes I haven't written the thing that applies to that month's prompt word. I haven't written it yet. I'm going to be surprised, just like you are, when I actually get to that day and write something new. So I have to use things that I've already written on these little cards and not try to like force myself to write ahead in order to make the cards exactly sync up or line up. So there's a lot of different cards in this one. I did not count them up, so I'm not actually sure how many there are. So that's a little strange of me, but they really do. You have enough for every box in the book if you want to use one. This is just meant to be kind of adding to your own practices, so you don't have to use these in your book, but the idea is that you can cut them out and use them. And for these, this kind of makes a little card deck, and so you could even cut them all out and then just choose one randomly each week or every 3 days, and then you can cut the card out and you can glue it right here, and that can be kind of your guidepost, or your guiding prayer for the week can be that card. Or you can go through and pick out one that inspires you. You can also make these into little pockets and stick other stuff inside. Or all you have to do is put glue on 3 sides, and then it makes a pocket and you can stick stuff into it. Or you can fold them into little books of their own and tuck those into pockets as well. So there's a whole bunch of those cards too. This book, I finally figured out how to make a PDF file for the printer that was longer than 100 pages. So I'm actually not sure how many cards. I basically just put as many things as I could into this book. And so it's about 120 pages long now, this logbook is, instead of 100 pages. So you have some extra goodies to pad out your experiences for fall. And I hope that this will serve you well and wisely as you journey mindfully, intentionally, and magically through another month. So thanks so much for watching. And yes, may you set forth into magic with the goddess as your guide. Thanks for being here.